Hello, Alan Rule here with Matthew Powell. As promised a while back in 2025, which seems like an eternity ago, we did our roster predictions for Team Canada and Team USA. Um, of course, we had zero authority in the making of Canada or USA.
But we
But
should have.
amen. Amen. I know you wanted Seth Jarvis on Team Canada so
I
bad.
sure did. We'll talk about it. I have
Um,
thoughts. Let's just say I have some
Yeah,
thoughts.
no, I've got a big list of snubs, but
Hmm.
um, yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over some rosters, mainly Canada and the States, but I want to take a glance at Sweden and Finland, if that's okay with you, Matthew.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got their rosters pulled up as well. We can go ahead and take
Okay,
a gander at that. But there's some. I
you want to pull
also.
it up,
Oh,
or
go ahead, Al. Sorry.
well, I'm just saying, do you want to pull it up, or should I? Because I got the NHL.com like right
Yeah,
here. I
that's.
can.
I have this. That's all I have as well. So you've
Okay.
already got it. But something I did want to actually maybe open with here is a note about some of the controversies with the rink,
Oh
because
yeah.
it is getting to the it's getting ridiculous at this point. I did just see today that they're hopeful that the issues are being worked out and that things are better than they were at least like 48 hours ago with that giant hole in the ice. My
Yeah.
goodness, get your crap together, everybody.
Well,
You've had 4 years to get this ready, and it seems that they've left everything into the last minute, and it's kind of embarrassing. And I saw that Bill Daly, the players union, said, "Hey, if it's not safe, we ain't going." And
well,
like as
well,
NHL
yeah,
fans, like we don't want to see our best players get hurt because of crappy ice conditions.
yeah.
It's
And
just it's a shame that we have to worry about it.
why don't they? And I brought this up. Apparently, the 2006 ring from the Turin Olympics is only a 90-minute drive away. Why not?
Oh, because it can't be in Turn. It has to be in whatever it is. Was it Milan? Yeah. I don't even know.
Well,
Somewhere in Italy.
yeah, but I mean, there's always kind of like a range of, but like apparently it's the same firm that Turin hired. I mean, there's okay. I know there's not a lot of hockey in Italy, but there's hockey in other places in Europe, Scandinavia, Czechia, Russia. Why can't you hire some of them to do your rink?
Who knows?
Like,
Probably it
uh,
probably has to do with the labor laws and in fact that they're dealing with too.
yeah,
But
fair
yeah,
enough.
it's a shame, and I saw some good news today. So hopefully, God willing, they'll get all the kinks ironed out. It's also I found this out. It is a shorter rink. It is a smaller rink than
Yeah,
an
3 feet,
NHL.
right?
It's
3 feet shorter.
about a little over 3 feet on each side, and that's
On
going to make
each
a
side?
difference. That's on
On each
yeah,
side.
it's 196 feet instead of 200, like
Oh, I thought
196.3
it was
something or other.
197.
Yeah, 196.83 something like
Oh,
that,
okay.
whatever it
So
is.
197. So I think that's
I
going
was
to be
looking
a
at it,
foot and a
yeah,
half
just a
on
little
each
bit.
side, right?
Well, yeah,
Like,
I mean, I guess yeah, it's
yeah.
it's yeah, and it's a little wide, it's slightly wider than an NHL rink, but it is not like well, it's not an NHL rink, and the NHL actually was caught by surprise because they thought it was going to be a standard 200 by 85, and what that means is that it's going to be a lot more. You'll see a lot more physical play because there's less space, and you'll probably see more scoring opportunities. So it actually should be more exciting, but it could also lead to more collisions and more obviously more physical play can lead to more injuries. So
I mean,
just watch out for
I mean,
that.
I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, 197 or 200. I don't think that's going to make a huge difference.
I'll be able to notice. Just put it that way. I
Yeah,
think
but I mean, I don't think it's going to.
I hope you're right.
I don't think it's going to make Team A better than Team
No,
B.
it won't do that. It won't do that, but it will mean just that there's going to be more confrontation overall, and I think
Little closer
probably better.
together.
Yeah, a little close. They're all a little closer together, and that's a lot of people that they got to fit on the ice.
All right.
Speaking of which,
shall
let's
we-
get to those people.
All right, let's get to Finland forwards. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see Aho there. Obviously, as a Hurricanes fan,
I have no idea why.
and of course, I mean that he was a foregone conclusion. The one of the notable snubs there is Jesperi Kotkaniemi, also on the Hurricanes. But honestly, he wasn't. He has not had a good year, and oh boy, can Hurricanes fans tell you all about that player. As far as everyone else, I mean, I like the roster. You know, I like seeing Teravainen. Luosterainen is very underrated. He is incredibly good. Like I gotta like.
Is he back from
with
his
Florida? They
injury
found
yet?
another rat. I think he is. I think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Team Finland and Team USA are quite injured.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, they have
like
it. Now,
Team
I can
Finland-
report that Jacob Slavin has finally returned to the ice, and he scored a goal last night. I think they
Yeah,
took it
he
away
did.
from
I
him
saw
after the
that.
game, but
They did
but
take it away.
but
That was so stupid.
he scored that goal. I don't think he scored it. I don't
It,
care
it
what
was a
anyone
nice
else says.
goal too.
It absolutely
beauty.
was driving the net.
Um,
But I suppose with Finland here, obviously the big guns there, Hintz, Rantanen, much to my chagrin.
well,
You know,
they don't have Sasha Barkov though.
that's true. That's true because
That's a big miss. That's a big
that is
miss.
that is the big miss for them because Barkov would have been their best player. Now, frankly, it's Aho is going to have to be the focal point of all of Team Finland. Aho and Rantanen
Rantanen,
are
yeah.
going to be the most dangerous, and they will see. Watch out for this. But now Aho and Teravainen are going to be reunited. They love playing with each other, and they played for each other on the Hurricanes for a very long time. They're going to kill penalties together and watch out shorthanded. They love to go for it, and they can score.
Well,
So be very, very careful. Even when the Finns are killing a penalty, they are going to be dangerous.
yeah, no, like I think their top line anyway. Their top scoring line is as good as probably another 8 in that matter.
Yeah, I would actually
sure.
you could probably see a top line of Aho, Rantanen, and Teravainen.
And
You're likely to see that.
Gr-
Granlund's also a
Granlund's
real
pretty
solid
good as
player
well. You
Mhm.
got Mikhail
like
Granlund.
Granlund. Rope Hintz is fantastic. He's another
He scored
outstanding Finnish player.
2 goals. Just getting back to Granlund for a sec. In the Four Nations, he scored 2 goals against Canada in their Finland game. Like Canada still won, but he
Mhm.
he made them earn it. You know.
But yeah, Armia also solid. You know, Lehkonen, Lundell. Lundell is tremendous.
Oh yeah.
They've got, even without Barkov, you cannot sleep on the Finns. They're gonna
Yeah,
if
you can't take.
if you look
can't
past
take
them, they can
easily.
make you pay.
Yeah. Oh man, you got you've got Oliver Kapanen here, and
Mhm.
yeah, no.
Now Haula, I frankly Haula should not be there. I think they have a few better options, and not just because there's some personal animus and a lot of drama between Hurricanes fans and Eric Haula for a lot of reasons you may or may not be aware of. But you know, he hasn't done it for me recently. I think he was good at one point. I will say this: at one point he was definitely a respectable player. I'd say 4 years ago he probably would have justified it. Now I don't think so. Now I think there are better options.
Okay. Shall we move down to their defense? They've got a non-NHLer here.
Yeah, I don't know, and I don't know this guy, Mikko Lehtinen. I've never heard of him
I don't
before.
know him either.
Obviously, I'm very familiar with Heiskanen. Great. Yoki Haro, I like. Esa Lindell, Olimata. Nicholas Matapalo, him I also am not very familiar with on the Ottawa Senators, but Nico Mikkola also, yeah. If you notice, there's a lot of Florida Panthers in this roster here. Ristolainen, I think, is a little bit greedy. I'm not a huge fan of Ristolainen. He makes too many mistakes. But you know, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. And then in goal, Lankinen's great. I like Lankinen, and I like Pekka Luukkonen as well. Juuse Saros has had a really rough year, but he's definitely got the most pedigree of all three of them. I'd say they probably go with Saros to start.
Was Saros their goalie at Four Nations? I think it was, right?
I think he was, yes.
Yeah. So Now we're on to the powerhouse known as Team France. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna
They have one
we're-
NHLer, I think. Alexander Texier is on Team France. I think he's the only one. Yeah, for the Habs.
Yekaterinburg. Is that KHL? I'm guessing.
Don't know what that place is at all. Maybe I've never
It's
heard
named.
of it.
This city is named after Catherine the Great in Russia. Yekaterinburg.
Fair enough. Stefan
Who,
DaCosta. I don't know that
who
name.
has a Volga German I'm indebted to. All right. Team Sweden. This is a good team too.
Also very dangerous. It's something not to sleep on.
Yeah, don't sleep on this.
Leo Carlson is so good. He has really had a coming out party. Obviously, Forsberg, dangerous. Kempe, Landeskog, Nylander,
Peterson,
yeah.
Raymond, Zibanejad, the hero of the outdoor game.
Yeah, Zibanejad, I think, is getting a little bit seasoned, a little long in the tooth, but I guess he deserves to be there. Pontus Holmberg, I think, is a little out of left field. But definitely, I mean, Joel Eriksson Ek, Patterson, of course, Ricard Raquel, I really like. A lot of really, really solid. Lindholm, of course. A lot of really solid players here for Sweden. Watch out for Leo Carlson, though. He can make things happen.
Do you watch the Spit and Chicklets podcast?
Occasionally, yes.
Okay. Do you see the one where they were going over rosters?
Not yet, no.
Okay, because Paul Bissonnette said, and I want you to comment on this, that the forwards for Sweden were better than the forwards for the States. And Keith Yano kind of took issue with it there.
We'll get to where they're staying. I think Bill Guerin decided he wanted to go in a certain direction.
Yeah,
that I very, very much disagree with. I think that Biz, much to my chagrin, I'm not really his biggest fan, but I think he's got a point.
Neither am I.
I think he's got a point here, and just Rod. I mean, there are better numbers here, like Forsberg and Nylander, and
they don't
Patterson.
have injuries like the States does. Like the States and Finland are quite injured.
Now, Matthew Tkachuk is expected to be back soon, and I think he's the biggest one that's still outstanding in the injury front for the States. Jack Hughes is playing. Now he is playing it. He is playing hurt. And because I actually think recently just saw a picture of him, like he's got like some kind of bandage or brace or whatever on his hand.
I saw that.
So he is playing, but he is not playing well right now. And the Devils as a whole are not playing well.
Yeah,
they got shelled 9-0 the other night. I don't know if you saw that.
And when they're not getting scored on by Luke Hughes twice against
the Hurricanes. So
I'm glad Team USA.
Glorious.
I'm glad Team USA didn't put Luke Hughes on.
Oh my goodness! Like, I agree with a lot of the decisions for USA on defense, except for one. We'll get to that. Forwards.
I know.
There were people they left off. The people they left off that are massive holes, in my opinion. We'll get to that.
But I'm saying those Swedish forwards are good.
They are.
That front line.
They are dangerous. Defense, if we scroll under their defensemen, is less impressive.
Yeah, less impressive. There's some good ones there, like Hedman's there.
Rasmus Anderson is going to be their best one. Darlene Broberg, solid, of course.
Too, right?
Victor Hedman, he's definitely a large presence. Let's put it that way. Erik Karlsson, he's going to cost them. I'm just going to go ahead and say that Erik Karlsson is not anywhere near what he used to be, and he's exploitable.
He is old.
He is old. He has half of it. He has half of his foot is gone, from various surgeries and injuries over the years. He can't skate. He's just gonna and against a faster team like Finland. Finland's faster than all of these defenders here. And especially in even the States, Canada, even Czechia. I think they could do some damage against a defense like Sweden's. Czechia is also fairly. I don't think you can sleep on them either. They got some players.
You want to go to Czechia before we
real
go
quick.
to?
Sure.
Okay.
do a quick
Oh,
perusal
wait.
check.
We do have to go to Sweden's their goalies.
Their net, yeah.
Which one of them is just amazing?
Yes, and that's
Wallstead.
Wallstead. Wallstead
You
is
think they'll start him?
absolutely lights out. Honestly, they probably should. He has
They
been
should. Yeah.
unreal, and I am so jealous. He has just been taking the league by storm. And I know he had his debut last year; it didn't go so well, but boy, as he turned the corner, and he is just a black hole. He's just sucking in all the rubber. It's just nothing gets past him. It was all the Hurricanes could do to put 3 past him, and like I think we're the only ones to have ever done it.
Yeah.
Like we're one of the very few to put 3 pucks past Jesper Wallstedt.
He
Markstrom is cooked. Markstrom is absolutely and completely toast. Well
he plays
done.
For a terrible team.
Burnt.
Well, he plays for a terrible team, to his credit.
But even in that game, I mentioned that he had literally the worst goalie performance of like the last 40 years since like that game in Montreal with Nick Waugh. With Patrick Waugh.
With
Patrick
worse
Waugh.
than Waugh, and I'm like, oh, since that game.
It's about since that game because I think his save percentage was 55%. 9 goals on, was it 23 shots? He was in for all 9.
Really? Oh man.
Markstrom is toast.
Yeah, he's done.
He is.
He used to be Calgary's goalie.
Yeah, and he used to be decent. He used to, when he was in Calgary and in Vancouver, he was solid there. He is cooked. He is
all right. So
well done cooked.
So okay, if you're the Swedish coach, you start with Wallstedt.
Gustafsson, yeah, probably Wallstedt. I mean, he's young, and so that maybe you think it's it's definitely big lights for him, but he's definitely by far the most talented goalie they got. He's one actually, if he plays up to his potential, he's one of the best goalies in the tournament.
Yeah, no, he's just freaking out of this world. All right, let's take a look at Czechia, who's Canada's first game, by the way.
Oh, that'll be fun. I haven't looked at the schedule, but that'll be neat.
Some non-NHLers.
I mean, obviously there are a lot of non-NHLers, but there's some dangers. I mean, Necas, of course, all of our Canes fans are familiar with him. Pasternak, Fox, Radek Fox, Tomas Hertl, Andre Palat,
Pasternak,
Pavel Zacha, Pasta. I mean, we know what he can do.
I call him Dr. Zhivago because Boris Pasternak. Yeah.
Dominic Kubalik is still playing hockey. I didn't know that. Good for them. Andre Kasha used to be in the NHL until injuries kind of derailed his career.
Yarmer Yager is actually still playing.
Yarmer Yager is like 60 years old, still playing hockey.
He's playing in Czechia, like for some Czech league.
Yeah, for a team that he owns. And good for him. But again, like there are some players here. They could put the puck in the net. Hertl, Pasternak, Necas. You cannot take these folks lightly either.
No,
and then can't. they got some decent, Gudis, Ronak, Jan Ruda. These are they've got some NHL talent here. You can't completely go to sleep on them.
No,
and
but
Dostal, Vejmelka, and Vladar. That goaltending is actually on par with Canada's. Let's put it that way.
Zing. So pretty terrible. Okay.
Well, no, Dostal. I like Lucas Dostal a lot. Lucas Dostal, Karl Vejmelka. Those are very good goalies.
Okay, so where
Vladar is, but the
where would you rate Czechia with respect to Sweden and Finland?
Beneath them, but they can win. Like it's it's just I think there's going to be a decent amount of parity here. And they've got the goaltending to where if one of their goalies decides to have a monster night, they can beat just about anybody.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, heck, if Jordan Binnington could do it.
I mean, and you're going to see, I think when Pasternak and Necas are on a line like centered by, I think does Hertl play center? Just make sure. Yep. Oh, wait, no. He is... Yeah, he's center. So yeah, I mean, Hurdle, Natchez, and Pasternak on a line together. That's no joke.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're going to have one power line, but technically, you could say that about Germany too. They got Draisaitl and Stützle,
Fair
right?
enough. Yeah, Dreisaitl,
So,
Stützle.
so
Honestly, I wouldn't mind taking a gander at them. They got some players too.
okay, let's do it. Let's
I
do
would
it. Let's
say
do it.
I would say Czechia is better than ahead of Germany, but I mean, yeah, with Draisaitl and Stützle, you never know. Nico Sturm, that's another good one. Forgot
Yeah,
about
there you go.
that. JJ Paterka. Yeah, I mean,
And
none
of
of these
course,
teams.
in net, Grubauer.
Grubauer, yeah, I mean, I don't know the other guys here, but
Well, they're not NHLers.
yeah,
They play
and
in
so
Germany.
if Grubauer is the best they got, that doesn't bode very well. So I would definitely say that they're beneath Czechia. But
He's
I
all
like
right by NHL standards, but
yeah,
yeah.
he's NHL average, I'd say. He's not an all-star. He's not going to like dominate. I mean, he can win a share of games, but I wouldn't really call him like he's the backup goalie in Seattle. Joey Decord is the starter there. But
Joey
in Moritz
Daccord.
Seider, yep, Joey Decord, and Moritz Seider's a good player. Very good for Detroit. Yeah, so
Yep,
I
he's
mean,
their only
Germany.
NHLer.
I mean, Germany should not really be able to really compete with the top dogs, but they can make some noise. They have a decent showing.
Yeah. Okay, you want to get to states in Canada, or is there
Yes,
some
I do.
other team?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's go
Yeah,
Canada.
who would
first.
you like to? Let's all right. Let's discuss Team Canada. So,
All right. Now we're getting to the interesting stuff. All right.
you want to go ahead and give me your thoughts first, Al?
Okay. Well, I think that this is true for Canada and USA, and perhaps Finland and Sweden as well, but certainly for Canada and USA. I think they wanted to make as few changes as possible from four nations, because those players, they played together before. If they play together again, if you change, like what 3 or 4 players, it's not going to make a difference. If you change half the team, it's going to lose a lot of chemistry, right? So I don't know about the states, but I know Canada like had all their players come to the end of August for like a 2-week practice session,
Interesting.
like for like team cohesion purposes.
Yeah,
I'm sure the
I don't
states
think
did something like that too.
they probably did some kind of orientation or something. If they are, I didn't notice, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So
they
like
did get your boy in there though.
my boy, who are you?
Yeah,
talking
your
about?
boy Celebrini.
Oh, that they did. He's number. Well, okay, it's in alphabetical order. That's why he's number 1. Yeah.
He
Well,
earned it.
you can't ignore how amazing he's playing.
He earned it. What a year!
And
What a
like,
incredible player.
yeah, I thought when Smith got injured, I'm like, we'll see if it was Celebrini who made Smith good or Smith who made Celebrini good. I think we know the answer to that because he's doing just as well
He
without
makes
Smith
everyone good.
there.
He makes
Like,
everyone good.
oh,
He is.
Yeah, like
He reminds me
Tyler
of a young
Toffoli
Sid.
calling. Yeah, wow, that's
He
well.
he is looking that impressive.
Apparently he's friends with Crosby. He's close with Crosby apparently, and he's also close with McKinnon. Okay, so I'm gonna get to a list of forward snubs here. The current standby list. Keep in mind, all of these were snubs. Connor Bedard, Sam Bennett, Wyatt Johnson, Mark Scheifele, Seth Jarvis, Travis Konechny, and hold on, there's a couple more. Well, that's the standby list. You also have Morgan Geekie, who's tearing it up for goals this year, and there's
Sure
a few.
is.
Oh, and Zach Hyman,
Okay.
who's tearing it up. He started injured, but he's caught up.
So,
all right.
well, what do you think? What do you think, Al, of those snubs? Anyone you would rather see?
Well, the thing is, look, if you put one of those people on, you've got to take someone off. That's the thing. And like I would hate to be the one who has to cut Connor Bedard, Sam Bennett, Seth Jarvis, Mark Scheifele. I think if I were to put one of those on the 10 or so I threw out, or 8, or I can't remember, I would put Scheifele on. That's the one I would put on. I know you're rooting for Seth Jarvis.
I have a ton of respect for Mark Scheifele. I actually kind of want the Hurricanes to maybe see if they can trade for him because Winnipeg is having a really bad year.
Yeah,
so
they are.
I don't know that they will. Yeah. I don't know that they will, but and it's not because of Mark Scheifele. He's still putting up the points, and so I agree. Well, I don't know. Like their goaltender, like Hellebuck, was injured for a long time. He hasn't played in a lot of their games. Just everything has gone wrong. Everything has gone wrong for Winnipeg. A lot of their losses are like 1-goal losses as well in regulation. So it's just like rough. It's never ending with them. It's just they're having a really, really tough time. I don't even know. I don't think this year the NHL standings are so jumbled that maybe they could dig their way out of it, but it's not looking so good. But so Scheifele, I have a ton of respect for. So I wouldn't. Sorry, go ahead. I've taken up a lot of time. Go ahead, Al.
Well, I'm just curious. I know you're going for. So you would say Scheifele and Seth Jarvis?
Yeah, that's fair. And I'll tell you what my issue is with Team Canada. Although I don't feel too badly for you because obviously you're the biggest rivals, you over there in the 51st state, and so your loss is our gain here. I'm actually selfishly happy that Seth Jarvis won't have to go and possibly get injured, but I think he more than earns a spot. John Cooper, it came out that he pushed majorly to keep Anthony Cirelli.
Well, you had him on your Team Canada too.
Yeah, well, looking at everything else and seeing the gear he had, Cirelli is not it.
Well, and keep in mind,
I'll withdraw him. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. I think, like I know we're not doing the states yet, but I think Cirelli is on Team Canada for the same reason Trocheck is on Team USA, and that is coaches. They're. But
the difference there is that Canada is not hurting for center depth. The States are a little bit, and so I can see why Trocheck got in there, even though it's like, I mean, I love Vinny Trocheck, and good for him for being on the team. He's a little underwhelming though when you think it would compare to everyone else who's going, compared to Team Canada. But Cirelli, let me look. Let's look at here at the centers here, because I was looking at the projected lineup a little bit. And here's a list of centers not playing center. Celebrini, Crosby, Reinhart, and Point.
Yeah.
So back in the Sidney Crosby, Sam Reinhart, and Braden Point are currently listed as wingers for Canada. Each of them could be number one centers on an NHL team. So don't tell me that's so you need Cirelli for center depth. The U.S. kind of needs Trocheck for center depth. They do not need Cirelli on this roster. They do not. And
apparently Cirelli is good on PK. That's what they're saying to justify.
Look, no. Seth Jarvis is far better on the penalty kill. Seth Jarvis is a monster penalty kill. He scores shorthanded goals all the time. He's a dog out there. Cirelli over Jarvis is the problem. Don't tell me it's for center depth. They've got 4 number one centers playing wing. No,
so swap
that was
Cirelli for Seth Jarvis.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You can make the case, and Seth Jarvis got injured at a really bad time when right when they were kind of making these decisions. He's back playing now, but he missed about eight games.
And so is Connor Bedard, by the way.
Bedard also got hurt. Yeah, he's back.
Got a 2-point game. Yeah.
Even if you want to say you want someone else other than Jarvis to replace Cirelli does not belong on this roster. There are far better options. But hey, your loss is going to be our gain. So enjoy John Cooper's nepotism there. I think it's going to cost you.
cost us. I
Mhm.
mean, our poor team. We've only got Celebrini and Crosby and
Yeah,
McDavid.
yeah, yeah. Well,
David
you
and
never know. I mean, like you know, I mean, there's going to be, you know, because if there is one thing I could say that could be a problem, it might be on the penalty kill. Because you know, I mean, McDavid it's not his best attribute, but he can kill penalties. I'll give him that. Braden Point can be a decent penalty killer. So can Mark Stone. No one else here really does that. I mean, baby Brendan Hagel. Um, Brad Marchand's a good penalty killer. I'll give that there. But y'all could have some problems there. You know, I think special teams might be exploited. And like Sorelli, I'm not scared of Sorelli. I'm not scared of him at all. I think we
so
got both Kachucks out there on the power play. We'll eat Sorelli alive.
okay. Is Tom Wilson on the PK?
Um, you know, I mean, I think he could be on the penalty kill. It's not really his strong suit. You know, he's mostly like the power forward type. He's a bit slow. And see, there's another thing. I mean, I think that who's Canada's GM? Name slips me.
I think it's Armstrong.
That's right, Doug Armstrong. Okay, so you know they panicked. I think they panicked when you know in the first game of the Four Nations when Kachucks and everyone else on there just decided that they would win by just beating the crap out of out of everyone on the ice. I think they panicked and decided we have to have Tom Wilson in here for physicality. And to be fair, I mean he's had a great year, much to my chagrin because I hate his guts.
Yeah,
But
he's gonna. Yeah, he's with the Islanders, your rivals there in the East.
no, Capitals.
Capital. Yeah. Sorry,
Capitals. Yeah,
Capitals.
yeah.
I'm thinking of.
It's fine.
Who am I thinking of? Okay, I'm thinking of what's his name. All right.
Yeah, well, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think they have him there for the physicality, but the thing is, like, it's international rules. You can't fight.
Yeah.
Fighting
So
gets you kicked out of the game, and you know they're much more whistle happy if they're you know someone goes too you know too high in the target. They'll much more frequently call a major penalty. So I actually think that this also is a mistake. Yeah. So Tom Wilson, I mean, you can justify it based on the year he's had. He's putting up really decent production, and he's definitely a good physical presence. But
apparently
yeah.
they were saying it was either him or Sam Bennett. Who do you go?
Yeah, him or Bennett. Yeah, either one. And you know, it was Bennett in the Four Nations. Bennett has had a tough year. He was always been the guy though that
getting a point a game now.
Well, he's always been more of the like the postseason performer as Bennett.
And he scored a goal in the final against the States at the Four Nation. He tied it up late in the second.
That's true. Now, if you have to pick one of them, I would say Wilson is probably better.
Really?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Wilson. I mean, Wilson is also a playoff performer. I can't deny that.
Because now I trust your judgment, but pretty much all of Canada is screaming here, Sam Bennett over Tom Wilson. Although they like Wilson, they think Sam Bennett should be.
Well, I disagree. I think Tom Wilson is. Right. I think Tom Wilson's a little bit better of a player.
All right.
At least more consistent player. I mean, I can't deny that Bennett shows up in the playoffs, but Tom Wilson also shows up in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, who do you put in Scheifele for then? Because you said Scheifele and Seth Jarvis.
Scheifele has had a great. I mean, Mark Stone. I think, and looking at the lineup, Mark Stone is one of the extras now. He's had a great year too, though. I can't deny. So
yeah,
when he's not pretending to be hurt, so he can get on for injured, so he can get put on LTIR, which he can't do that anymore. I'm glad that they closed that loophole.
Really?
Yeah, well, you can go on LTIR, but you can't do that in the playoffs and come back and be non-cap compliant. You have to be cap compliant in the playoffs now.
Oh, to game the system then.
Right. Well, they gamed it. Vegas and Tampa Bay both gamed it to all get on. So did Florida.
What do you think of Connor Bedard being left off?
Again, he got injured at the worst time. And,
well, they're saying it's not because of the injury, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was either him or Celebrini, and I think Celebrini's better. Bedard has improved a lot. Bedard has definitely improved a lot, but
yeah, his skating has improved
for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe Hagel, I guess. Yeah, at first I was thinking, Hagel is no good, but he's had a monster year. I got to give him credit for that. honestly, the really one that sticks out like a sore thumb is Sorelli. He does not belong on this roster. There are far better options. Like really, anyone that you read on the snubs would be better than Sorelli.
Well, I know he was on the Four Nation team. He played 1 or 2 games, but Travis Konechny, what's your thoughts on him?
He's better than Sorelli.
Yeah,
I think everyone that you read there that was snubbed is better than Sorelli, and that, again, that is John Cooper.
Yeah.
That is Wyatt Johnson's better than Sorelli. I would pull for Seth Jarvis, of course, but really anyone on that list of people you read that were snubbed would be better than him. That is a pure John Cooper nepotism move.
Yeah, that is. I don't. Yeah, no.
Let's look at their defense.
Okay, their defense is the exact team they brought to Four Nations, down to the wire.
Is anyone hurt at the moment, or?
Not that I know of. I think Parayko was hurt, but he just missed a couple games. He's back now. Taves said he was not going to, like, his wife is pregnant right now. And
so he's declined?
He said he's not going to go if the baby's not born by then. So, okay. I don't know. The reason why Taves is good is because he plays with Cale Makar.
Yeah,
there's
fair
automatic
enough, but fair enough. But Taves is, I think, a good player in his own right. He was good when he played for the Islanders, and I mean, yeah, any defense with Cale Makar in it, he's the best defenseman in the league. I think Drew Doughty, again, yeah, he was there last year, so I get it. I get the continuity thing. If there was anyone they could have left off, it would have been him. Do you have a list of maybe reserve defenders there?
Yes, I do. Let me just bring this up. All right, you have Bouchard, Chychrun, Montour, and Schaefer.
Yeah, I know we thought about Schaefer. I know we discussed him last time. Yeah. I'd say that Chychrun. I'd say that Chychrun would probably be better than Drew Doughty.
What about Bouchard or Montour?
Yeah, Montour. Everyone on here is better. I'd say maybe a lateral move for Drew Doughty.
He's the kind of guy that you'd want on your NHL team, but national team, no.
Yeah, he's like a he's like a second pair defense. He's like your number 4 defenseman is Montour, maybe number 5. So he's solid, but Canada has better options, I think, than Montour, and I think Chychrun. I would go with Chychrun over Montour for sure. Now Bouchard. Bouchard's the adventure. Like if you want even more gas. See, I think they're relying on their forwards for their gas. They don't really need gas from the back end.
Yeah.
So I understand why he's not there.
In a
vacuum, besides, you'd say
you got Cale Makar still, right?
Yeah, and he's plenty of gas without the adventure. So I'd say that, for what they're doing here, I understand Doughty over Bouchard. In a vacuum, who would you rather? Like if I was to say you could have one defenseman for your team, Bouchard or Doughty, of course I'd take Bouchard. But with all the gas they have up front, they don't really need gas from the back end.
Oh, no,
and they don't need the defensive liability that Bouchard can have.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So
if anything, it would be Chychrun.
What do you think of Josh Morrissey and Colton Parayko, since they both play for absolutely terrible teams?
They play for terrible teams. They were good last year. I don't know if their teams are bad because of them. Morrissey had a stellar year last year. Don't know again, it's Winnipeg is they've lost just every close game. They've come out on the short end of the stick. And with St. Louis, their goaltending has been just atrocious, which they're the hero for them. But I mean, Binnington is just the wheels have fallen off Binnington. And we'll get to that with Canada's goalies. I'd say it's more Binnington's fault than Parayko's fault that St. Louis is bad.
I think it's a lot of people's fault, but you can't ignore Jordan Binnington or Parayko for that matter. I mean, if they're doing that bad, it's got to be a team effort. So Jordan Binnington, Parayko, and it's just ugly. Like I think Jordan Binnington, I don't think he's been like what happened to Sam Montembeau, where he's the second, but I think he's pretty much sharing the duties now with whoever their second is.
Yeah, and like I'm glad they all listened to me. Well, and I'm kind of glad. I'm glad, at least for my own pride, that they listened to me, but not for the voting well for the team. But y'all put Logan Thompson on there. Well done.
You want to go down to the?
Yeah, let's talk
All right.
about the goalies. Yeah, Binnington is not it, not this time. I mean, maybe he could show out again and surprise everybody, but Logan Thompson is by far your best option in that.
Yeah, he's
not
playing the best of all three. Although Kemper's playing well too.
Not terrible.
Not as
it should be. Thompson. It should be Thompson, Kemper, Binnington in that order.
Yeah. Well, the reason they picked Jordan Binnington for Four Nations is because at that time no Canadian goalie was playing well, and so they just picked two people that had Stanley Cup.
Thompson
rings.
Was.
Really? Okay. Well,
yeah, he had a great year last year. I don't know if he was hurt at the time. I don't think he was. As I understood it, there was some friction between him and Team Canada.
Well, yeah, for some reason, Thompson has a lot of enemies in Hockey Canada, I've heard. And so that may have been a thing for him being on. But in terms of Jordan Binnington, at that time, like, you didn't have a super solid pick, like, apart from Thompson, potentially. But so they picked two goalies that had cup rings. They had Aiden Hill and
Thompson has a ring too, but he was I think he was backing up.
Backup. Yeah, he was backup. Yeah. Whereas,
but now he's definitely starter material now, and he's definitely he should be your starting goalie.
I'm glad Jordan Binnington got the job done at Four Nations. He made some saves that were completely out of this world in overtime. And thank you, Jordan Binnington. And I mean, if I'm the coach, he's the third string goalie. I think you'd agree with me there. If you're Cooper, he's third string.
Absolutely.
But now, yeah. So, but I want to say something. In 2002, okay, in 2002, 2010, 2014, three of the last four times that NHLers got to go, Canada won the golden three of them. In two of those three, they made a goaltending change. They started with someone else and they ended with someone else. In 2002, they started with Cujo. He allowed 5 goals and 20 shots against Sweden. All right, he's gone. They replaced him with Brodeur. Do you remember who they started in 2010? The game where States beat Canada. Who played in net there?
Wasn't it Fleury?
No, he was the third string. It was Brodeur.
It was Brodeur, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Brodeur started it, and like the States had Brodeur figured out. And so they're like, all right, we need to put in Roberto Luongo. Yeah. He's got the home rink advantage. So
still salty about that game. I'll never not be salty about it.
Well,
we had you.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, the States.
Bygones are bygones.
I mean, I do honestly think the States had a better team that year. Like, Team Canada played really well in the final game, and then the States was coming back.
We tied it in the last minute too.
Okay, there's something that you probably didn't know. In 2014, Canada and the States played in a semifinal, and Canada won by 1-0. But in the last 30 seconds to 1 minute, they had the same people on trying to tie it up. They had Parise, they had Kane, they had Pavelski, they had hoping to get some of that Vancouver magic to tie it up, but it didn't happen. But what I'm saying is, getting back to the whole goalie thing, in 2 of those 3 goals, the goalie that started is not the goalie that finished, but it's going to be Thompson or Kemper. It's not going to be Jordan Binnington.
Absolutely.
I mean, if Cooper has half a brain. All right.
One thing I will say, though, for the U.S., if they're listening to our channel, which of course they should be. I mean, absolutely, Team USA should be listening to us. Test Thompson from Sharp Angles. Cranes beat him that way.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And honestly, Brodeur had some of that same problems every now and then. Sometimes sharp angle shots could get the better of him.
Remember when Jordan Bennington beat Kachuk in the overtime? Sorry, I had to bring.
Yes, that up. I do, Al. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
all right, let's
get to
talk the Americans.
All right, USA, Team USA.
Okay, I want to give some thoughts. So,
wait.
Obviously,
are they
the strength here?
Okay, here we go. There we go.
So obviously, the strength here is going to be in our defense. I think we've got the best.
Well,
it's really close.
Let's start with Kel
McCarr. We will, but I just want to say the strength of the team is on their defense. Okay. Now with the forwards, the two obviously biggest snubs are Jason Robertson and Cole Caulfield.
Robertson.
There are a few others. Robertson is absolutely criminal. Yeah. I'm glad Tage Thompson is there. I'm really glad that they put him in.
Yeah, you said that because he's tall, right? He's 6'6".
JT Miller is an absolute bum. Get him off.
I like Miller.
No.
I like Miller.
I don't know if you saw, there's a clip going around. You can watch it earlier this year of him just giving the absolute piss poor, laziest effort I've ever seen. New York is terrible right now. And they're terrible largely because of him. He is not a good leader. He's a pretender. I'm sorry.
Well, you better hope it's not because of their coach, because that's Team USA's coach.
I know, and I'm not. It's if Team USA is going to get somewhere, it's going to be because of their defense. It's not going to be because of their. Yeah. I mean, they've got obviously Eichel with the Kachucks, that'll do damage, and I'm here for it. I despise the Kachucks with every fiber of my being, but I love cheering for them. They were so much fun to cheer for. So I'm going to enjoy doing that again. Eichel, Getzel. I like Clayton Keller. I love Dylan Larkin. Austin Matthews is starting to pick it up a bit. He had a really slow start, but he's playing better now.
Well,
Toronto's
the whole team.
Yeah, Toronto's picked it up. They've took their head out of their behinds and started playing some decent hockey.
What about
Brock Nelson? Yeah, I know we had discussed him. He had a terrible Four Nations. He's been playing very well this year. I mean, who hasn't on Colorado?
That's the thing.
He's starting to justify himself a little bit.
Yeah, I think his stats may be a bit inflated because he's playing for a really good team. But mind you, he's going to be playing for a good team with Team USA. So
true. I mean, he's been part of their engine. I can't deny it. He fits really well in Colorado, and he's doing well for them. I've softened a little bit on Brock Nelson. He better do better than he did at Four Nations, but he is having a really good year. I'm really glad Tage Thompson is there. Vincent Trocheck, unfortunately, our center depth is leaving a little bit to be desired. Eichel is great, of course. Larkin's really, really good. Matthews, of course. Vincent Trocheck at fourth is kind of like, is that really the best we can do? And unfortunately, I think it is at center. I don't think there's really a better person beyond that because both Jason Robertson and Cole Caulfield are wingers. But absolutely, JT Miller, get lost. And the only other one that I would say
JT with Cole Caulfield or
Robertson. Miller is, I think he's slated in at right wing. So that would be Caulfield. Okay. Absolutely, Caulfield should be over Miller. And if I was going to include Robertson, I would say, even though I do like him, Clayton Keller is not as good. Jason Robertson is better.
Okay.
I like Clayton Keller. I like him a lot, but not more than Robertson. So I would make those cuts. I take JT Miller for damn sure. Get him off of this team. And Cole Caulfield not being on here is also a crime. Cole Caulfield is absurd. That is, I am very, very unhappy with that. With JT Miller on here, he's on there like it's stupid. It's kind of like for the same reason they had to put Tom Wilson or Bennett on there. He's got the physicality, but he gives up on plays. He gives up defensively.
Well, the
He
thing
just
is, this team has a lot of physicality anyway. I mean,
Yeah, you're not hurting for it. I mean,
like
it's like
you
they
got
need some. They
Kachuk,
need
you
some
got
gas.
Thompson.
And Robertson and Caulfield are gas. They need that gas more than they need whatever JT Miller can give on his best day.
Well,
Absurd.
take a look at the team right next to JT Miller's name, and you'll know why he's on the list.
Yeah, it's nepotism. It's there again. It's coach nepotism. It's
It's
absurd.
Sorelli. It's Sorelli.
It's Sorelli and Miller. Those are both inexcusable. Like the GM needed to step in and say no, but they didn't.
Okay, so
They're not. They never learn. They never learn.
okay, I just want to say something about the number one forward there, Matt Boldy. I had watched a review of the Four Nations, and basically this guy's an American guy, he's saying Matt Boldy is extremely soft. And then I rewatched the two games, Canada versus States. I rewatched them about a month ago, and I kept an eye on Matt Boldy. I was watching for a few reasons, but I kept an eye on Matt Boldy, and he is soft. You touch him, he loses the puck. You just tap him, the puck's gone.
I mean, well, that's probably
Now,
why they probably have the same criticisms of Robertson and Caulfield. And
well,
I guess maybe if I would say, maybe Robertson is better than Keller. He might be better than Boldy too. Is Boldy playing?
Well,
is he
Matt
left wing or
Boldy
right
can
wing?
score. That's the thing. He can score from two
Yeah, he's left
places.
wing.
He's good at the top of the circle, and he is like both off the rush and set up. And he's good in the front. He set up, gets a tip. Like that's the two things he's good
Power
at.
play, yeah.
He's not going to get any of those top of the circle goals at the Olympics. He might get some tips. So, he's having a good year.
You're right. I mean, like he has had a good year for the Wild. That's why I wasn't. I mean, he's done better than Keller has, at least just in terms of points. But yeah, I mean, Robertson is better than both of them, and so if it could only cut one of them, I'd still probably say Keller. But if you were good, but Robertson, if Robertson replaced Boldy, I wouldn't be upset.
So, how has Jack Hughes been since he came back?
Yeah, so
You're an Eastern
still
Conference guy.
he's playing hurt, and Jack Hughes. The reason why he's still on here is because now the U.S. is really hurting for center depth, and so they have to have him. They have to take him. It's not ideal, but there really is no one else. I mean, when Vincent Trocheck is on the team, that centers are not, this is a weakness at the position, and so they have to take him, and just pray he works out because he has not been playing. He came back from injury. He is playing, but you can tell he's definitely not playing well. Definitely the drama with New Jersey and the Hughes brothers has affected that. It's affected the entire Devils team. They're a mess. They're an absolute dumpster fire right now, and it's not entirely Jack. It's more. I'd say more like the management. They somehow, even in a rising cap era, managed to end up in cap hell. And I don't know if you saw this. They're like, we're looking to trade Dougie Hamilton, and he vetoed 2 trades with his no trade clause, which is never a good position to be in with your players. And he wasn't the only one. They tried to trade Palat too. He nixed a trade. They really wanted to get Quinn Hughes, and that team has just become all the drama.
Oh.
And boy, do they suck in net. And and so I'd say it's not all his fault that everything's gone to crap in New Jersey. But the sad reality is that even though he's playing hurt, he's still probably the only option at center. That no one else is really going to.
Is Tage Thompson a center or a winger?
He can play center, but he's better at wing.
Okay.
He can't play center, but so Tage Thompson, he's at his best, which is more often than not, and the Buffalo is finally climbing out of the gutter here.
They are killing it.
They're
killing it.
They're finally showing it. They're finally after they finally got rid of that doof Kevin Adams, there's a soft spot in my heart for him because he was on the Canes championship team, but as a general manager, he was terrible. And so they finally got rid of him, and Tage
They
Thompson.
remind me of
Very happy to see.
The Sabres remind me of St. Louis at the end of last season. They remind me of that.
Yeah, plucky. They're plucky, and and Tage Thompson is their best player, of course. And I am glad to see him on the team. I love Tage Thompson, but he is better. He can play center, but he's better at wing.
Okay, so he's on. All right, so I know Jack Eichel was injured. Is he back now?
Good question. I think he's back in playing. Let me
like frick the States.
double
Like
check.
frick, a lot of these people have been injured.
Let's see if there's any latest on Jack Eichel's injury. He returned to the lineup a week ago.
Okay, so he's back. All right.
Yeah, he is back playing. And speaking of back playing,
let's get
finally.
You want to go to the
yes, I do.
Now? All right.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm going to start with my boy.
Wait. Before we get started, I do got to ask. As soon as I saw this, I'm like 7 out of 8 are amazing. Mwah, you couldn't ask for more. But there is one that just makes you go, ugh. And I think
we all know who it is. We all know who it is. I'm going to get to there. Yeah, a little bit. I'm glad. Well, you see, oh boy. Okay. So first, I'm going to talk about my boy Slavin here. He actually returned to the lineup 2 weeks ago. Got injured again, a different injury.
Really?
But now he's back in. He got hit from behind playing against the Florida Panthers. Shocker. And it wasn't called.
Who hit him?
Greer.
Really?
Greer hit him from AJ Greer hit him from behind. Clear board. Probably should have been a major penalty actually, but no, nothing called. And that took him out for like another 9 games. But he returned to the lineup last night. Scored a goal. I don't care what NHL says. That's Slavin's goal. Scored the game-winning goal. He did have one embarrassing defensive gaffe, which is very unslavin-like, but he's hardly played this year, so he's got to ramp up and shake that rust off. He's obviously.
I think I know the play you're talking about. Is that the one where the guy shot it through his legs?
No, it was actually Matt Beniers on Seattle juked him, and actually It was kind of funny because he scored the game-winning goal later in the third period. He was given the first star of the game, and the first star gets to do an interview. He actually said, and I'm only slightly paraphrasing here. He said, "My jock strap is in the rafters on the first one. If you find it, let me know."
He's got a sense of humor. Too,
yeah, he does.
The elite defender.
And he also gave glory to God in the interview multiple times.
Man, he's so based.
Yeah,
like
he's
how
so
based
he
can you
is.
get? And
he is
apparently,
so
hockey.
God bless him.
Of all the professional sports, hockey is the most secular sport. You know that?
It's the most secular in terms of the following. I think that's frankly largely because
of the players. Well, I'm not sure about the following. It could be that too, but the players, because think you've got about 40% of the NHL is from Canada. We're not known for being
also because of religious. Canada. Yeah.
Now, the States has some, like, the South, the Midwest, but that's not where the hockey players are from. The hockey players are from.
Slavin's from Colorado.
Great.
And
okay, but I mean, okay, but well, that explains a lot. But
let me put it this way. Let me tell you the names of some of his siblings: Josiah, Jeremiah, and Jordan. They like to do J names from the Bible.
And Jacob.
So they are, and Jacob, of course. So they are a very, very Protestant, but definitely very, but definitely a very Christian family. And so I gotta give him credit for that too. And God bless him. He just needs to be Catholic. But back to hockey here. So he's back, and even after that gaffe, he did get better and made some really key defensive plays, including his ability like no other, best stick in the league, as everyone said, even at the Four Nations, to knock pucks out of midair with his stick. No one else is better than that. Than Jacob Slavin.
Hand-eye coordination.
Yes. Now, I am very glad that Adam Fox. Now, I'm not glad that he got hurt. I'm not saying that, but I'm definitely glad he's not on this team because Adam Fox is a bum.
Yeah.
Come at me, Rangers fans. I don't care.
Way
I'll
overrated.
take everybody, and every transplant in the state of North Carolina can come at me. Adam Fox is a bum. He doesn't deserve to be on the team. And frankly, he's overrated. Like, he's pure
Very
overrated, even at the NHL level.
Yeah.
Noah Hannafin is also a bum.
Oh.
Why is he here? There is a better option. There is a better option, and I will tell you who that better option is. Go ahead.
Well, I think there's quite a few for the States. There's a few better, quite a few than Hannafin. But the thing that shocks me about Hannafin is I knew there was going to be a big debate about Adam Fox because he does have some offensive talent. He just can't.
He's like Bouchard.
Defend.
Like at the bet, he's like a discount Bouchard, frankly.
Yeah, and so like. Okay, I understand at least why they had a conversation about him. I thought Hannafin was because he doesn't have the offensive talent or defensive talent. So I'm like, all right, he's gone for sure.
Bum. He's an absolute bum.
Yeah, I'm like, he's gone for sure. And then I saw his name, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Who picked this?
They don't learn. They don't learn.
I mean, 7 out of those 8 are fantastic. But that one, I hope he gets no ice time for your sake.
He should. He definitely should. That's my only consolation is that he is definitely number 8 here. So he should not see the ice like ever. If he sees the ice, something has gone horribly wrong. But there is a better option, like to take as your number 8 defenseman, break glass in case of emergency, and that all of my fellow Hurricanes fans will be glad to know is Shane Gostisbehere.
Yeah,
Shane Gostisbehere is having a monster year. He is having a stellar year. Not offensively, he's putting up the points too, but defensively, he's not known for his defense, but he has been outstanding defensively as well. He is just having a fantastic year. Frankly, he should be like, and if Kel McCarr, notwithstanding, but on some other years, he'd be in conversation for a Norris. He is tearing it up from the back end on the Hurricanes. And being competent, at the very least, competent defensively. He is far and away a better option than Noah Hannafin. I wouldn't say he wouldn't be. He would probably be like the number 8 guy on here too, to be fair. But as far as if we're going for number 8 guys, get Hannafin out of my team. He can go somewhere else. He can go, play in the AHL for all I care. Shane Gostisbehere is definitely a better option.
Okay,
sure. In fact, he might even be better than Sanderson.
Is Jamie Drysdale Canadian or American?
Good question. I will say this: I'm not his biggest fan. Jamie Drysdale. He's had I think maybe not the best showing, in his career as of yet. But let me look him up. Jamie Drysdale. No, he's Canadian. So there goes that. Obviously, I'm really excited for, Werenski, healthy Quinn Hughes, who's by far the best Hughes brother. Brock Faber, the pairing with him and then Slavin was dynamite in the Four Nations. That was Charlie McAvoy. If he can be healthy, Charlie McAvoy is. Go ahead.
Okay, just pause for a second. Although they're saying it still says Quinn Hughes is with Vancouver here.
He's very much with Minnesota now.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, he plays in a pair with Brock Faber, so I mean, they may
break
keep
that.
Up the Slavin Faber thing, but the Slavin Faber thing shut down Canada in both games.
It handled McKinnon and McDavid and Crosby.
Yeah,
they handled all of them. Jacob Slavin at his best can handle all of them. Not when Slavin on the ice.
They scored goals in the final. Like both McKinnon and David got goals, but not when Slavin was on and Faber.
Not when Slavin was on the ice, and the only reason they scored. The only reason we all know this. We said it. We said it when it happened. We said it in our last stream.
Yep.
The only reason McDavid was there and open was because Slavin was on the ice, because Brock Nelson iced the freaking puck for no reason, and because Noah Hannafin and Adam Fox decided to leave the best player in the world open in the slot.
Alone with the puck, And let's face it, I don't think Matthews is a two-way player. Like, he's good offensively, but and he was that was I think Mike Sullivan would never have them on with a defensive zone face-off against McDavid, but Brock Nelson iced the puck, so John Cooper saw his opportunity. It's like, send out McDavid, you
Of
know.
course he did. Of course
They
he did.
got
That's what
their
I'd do.
crap defenders on.
And so speaking of crap defenders, like I'd rather have Shane Gostisbehere on. He would have done a better job than either Fox or Hanifin.
Yeah.
More wherewithal than to leave McDavid alone.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Got that out of my
Wait.
system again.
Wait, a question. Would you swap Hanifin with Hudson? I know you're not the hugest Hudson fan, but I got you thinking here. I got you thinking.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's like thinking, gee, do I want cyanide or strychnine? Boy,
Cyanide or arsenic, you know.
Cyanide or arsenic. Yeah, it's that is truly the definition of pick your poison.
Hey, at least Lane Hudson's a good playmaker, though.
He is, but boy, is he's worse than like it. I gave Adam Fox a lot of grief. Lane Hudson is.
He's still young though, Hudson.
He is young. He could improve. He can improve again. I think he'll be a better player eventually. But as of right now,
I fully expect.
Oh, Schaefer's so
assuming
good.
they do well, but I expect
so
Schaefer and
good.
Hudson. Like I expect Hudson to be on Team USA in 4 years. Schaefer to be on Team Canada.
That reminds me. Is Noah Dobson American or Canadian?
I think he's American.
He's Canadian. Okay.
Oh, is he?
So because he's also on the Islanders, it's got me thinking because Schaefer is going to be like he's already pretty good, but he's going to be so good in this league, man. He's going to be absolute dynamite. I'm so sick that the freaking Islanders won that lottery and they have him because he can do it all.
Or
He
a
really
person
can do it
that
all.
could be on Team USA is Alex Vlasic. I told you about him last time.
Yeah, I mean, I'd take him over Hanifin.
For sure. Like
I'd say that. Yeah.
You recommended Seth Jones last time, who was not on Four Nations, and they put him in. That was smart.
They put him in. Yep.
That was a good
and
call on
I
your
think
part.
he went to Florida and was just absolutely bonkers good there. I got to give him credit. Seth Jones earned it, and yeah, I really hope, God willing, Charlie McAvoy. That obviously would have made a difference too if he was healthy in the final game. Charlie McAvoy, when he's good, he's really good. So that's
in all fairness, Canada had blue line injuries too with Josh Morrissey and Shea.
Yeah, but then Kel McCarr came back for game 2, and Charlie McAvoy was in there for game 1, did not play game 2. Yeah. That was huge.
So I'm going to say, assuming that Hanifin gets no ice time, it's 10 out of 10. I'd give this D 10 out of 10.
Sure. Yeah, this is definitely it's still the strength of the roster. Noah Hanifin notwithstanding, as long as he doesn't play, it's the strength of the roster. And this is going to be what takes USA far if they go far.
And
there's
right before we get to the goalie, there's something I want to say. What I want more than anything in the world to see at this Olympics is Canada and the States in the final, and it goes to overtime. And I don't of course I'd like Canada to win, but I mean, even if the States won, I'd be happy because I just want it to go to overtime in the final game.
Just want all the drama, all the tension.
Like
no, I want the USA. If the USA ever plays Canada, I want to crush you 7-0. I'm sorry. They snubbed my boy. They snubbed my boy Seth Jarvis. I want nothing but destruction for Team Canada. All right, and lastly, let's finish up the goalies here. So it was the 3 people I said, and of the 3, frankly,
neither of them is having a great year.
Swayman is having the best year of the 3, and so I did say I think I liked him best, and Connor Hellebuck, the Jets again, they're losing every close game. As we can talk about this too, the league-wide save percentage is down. It's down a lot. And the funny thing is that scoring is still about the same as it was last year, even though the save percentage has gotten a lot lower, which means that just fewer shots are getting through to the net. So all of these 3, they still have save percentages above NHL average right now, but it's nothing crazy. I mean, Connor and Ottinger are just barely over 90%. Swayman's a little bit better. I think he's at 908. And
Here, let me
so
pull up some stats here. Where's the goalie? The goalie.
yeah,
Okay,
I have it too.
okay.
I did. Where did I go with it? I guess I X'd out of it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I took a look. I was looking at it earlier today.
Holy,
and
Philip Grubauer is 2.28 goals against.
Yeah, goals against is in fact after the Kings just played Seattle yesterday.
Well, his save
and
percentage is 9.25.
how many games has he played?
15. So there's your answer.
Small sample. I mean that's not too terrible. I mean, honestly, because if we're going with small sample, then we might as well throw Brandon Bussey into the mix here. The Hurricanes,
or heck, even Wallstead's only played 18. So,
but he's been absolutely stellar.
Yeah,
he's been stellar. But Bussey has been really good too. I mean, like I don't know if you saw this. He won his first 10 games. Sorry, not his first 10. He was the first to get to. He was the first to get to 11 wins, like before anyone else. He went, I think, 10-1, and no other goalie has started their career that way. And he's still, I think, at the moment, he's like 15-2-1 is his record.
Who?
And he's the Hurricanes goalie Brandon Bussey, who's an American. And he's because you don't know who he is. I didn't know who he is either.
Yes, I've seen him on the stat sheet, but like I've been meaning to ask you about him. Has he replaced Freddie or?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Freddie's been horrible. Freddie Freddie finally got his first win in 2 months. Freddie's been really, really bad. Like I think he may be starting to work his way out of it, but he was borderline. In fact, he was unusable for a long stretch. I thought he might have been completely cooked, kind of like Markstrom. He had a decent game against, I think it was Anaheim a couple games ago, where he finally broke. He finally got off the schneid, and they won that game. But yeah, Freddie is not the number one goalie right now at the moment at all for the Hurricanes.
Okay, so
it's Brandon Bussey.
So who do you start of
Swayman.
Of these three?
Swayman.
All right, now who do you think Sullivan will start?
Probably Hellebuck.
Okay.
And I said Ottinger, I mean, he got a great pedigree, and I think he's better than Hellebuck, but the Hurricanes did just light him up the other night. Hung 5 on him before half the game was over.
And so did not too long ago the Sharks.
Yeah. So I've just been fighting it a bit. Swayman has been definitely the best of these three. I think he's our best bet.
Okay, so who sits then? Because the third string is almost certainly going to get no time. So who sits as third string?
Probably Jake. I think he's third string at the moment. If you're talking about like what it should be, I would put Swayman, Jake, and then Hellebuck. That's the order I would do. But I think they'll take. Frankly, what I think they'll do is they'll put Hellebuck, and then Ottinger, and then Swayman. I think they won't have really learned their lesson at all. Because again, I don't think Team USA learns. I don't think they learn lessons.
Would you say that the advantage in net that they had over Canada at one point is not the same advantage? It's still an advantage, I would say, but it's
honestly, it got a lot closer. Logan Thompson is having a great year, and Jeremy Swayman is having a pretty good year too. I'd say if that Thompson actually, I think, may have the fact that they decided to include him is going to bode really well for Team Canada.
I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't start. His goals against are 2.35, and his save percentage is 916, and he's started 32 games, so it's a big sample. But he should get the start.
Definitely Logan Thompson. In fact, I mean, well, the puck don't lie, as they say. He's better than all three of them. He's better than all three folks that we got right now at the moment. And you can't say sample size either. So if Canada is smart enough to play him, if they start Binnington, thanks. We'll take that. But as long as they're not that dumb and put Logan Thompson in net, then goaltending actually just got a lot better for Canada.
Yeah, no. I mean, okay. What would you say if Canada started with Kemper?
I mean, Kemper had a pretty decent run, obviously, when he won the championship with Colorado. Ever since then, I haven't been too crazy about him.
Yeah,
LA. I mean, what's his
his
save percentage right now?
905 right now, and his goals against
Yeah.
is 2.5.
Yeah, that's LA has been middle of the. They're kind of mid. LA's a bit of a
It's not
mid
as
team
good
this
as
year.
Thompson, but it's still not bad. He
It's
does
better
have
than
a
league
tough-
average, but Swayman's better. Like Swayman's better than Kemper. Definitely better than Bennington. So, yeah,
so the
I would
States should
start Swayman. They should start Swayman.
Swayman and Canada should start Thompson. That's your
Yes. If they want to win, yeah. If they value the gold medal, then yes.
Well, I would hope they value the gold medal.
You'd think. But also, do you think if they value the gold medal, they wouldn't put JT Miller or Noah Hannafin on this team?
Well, I mean,
Canada
Cirelli
wouldn't have put Cirelli, yeah.
in place
So
of
again,
Jarvis.
these nepotism picks are just infuriating.
Okay, so I want to share something with you, and it makes me a bit nervous. In the months leading up to Four Nations, on both sides of the border, in Canada and the U.S., they were saying that the States had the better roster than Canada, and they were the favorite in the tournament, okay? Not saying that's right or wrong. And Canada won. Now, on both sides of the border, people are saying Canada has the edge now. And that's kind of making me nervous.
That's fair.
Because, like, last
Yeah,
time they were
pressure. You got the pressure. I mean, it's always going to be pressure on Canada. They feel like they should always win, and they usually do. So I can't fault you for that. But yeah, I think honestly, the addition of Logan Thompson changes things.
Logan Thompson and Celebrini.
Yep, I think that changes things. Celebrini, we'll see. I mean, like, it's definitely be by far the biggest stage he's ever been on. But he is having such a good year right now. And he reminds me of the young Sidney Crosby. He really does.
Technically could have played in the World Juniors, Celebrini, this year.
He's so good, man.
I
didn't think he would be. I thought he would be always I thought he would be a number one center in the NHL. I didn't think he would be like the generational this good talent. He's absolute bonkers.
Like, I know we're talking about like the teams that are going to play next month, but in my head, I'm kind of thinking of who's going to be on 2030, right? It's going to have Connor Bedard. It's going to have Celebrini, probably Gavin McKenna,
Schaefer,
and
Schaefer, obviously for defense.
Man. And we'll see how Michael Misa does. I'm scared he might be a bust, though. Michael Misa.
I don't think so. I think he'll be good. I think
it's not. So I'm curious. Do you think Perreault is a bust for the Rangers?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. It's not that he couldn't have panned out. It's that the Rangers are terrible at developing talent. They are horrible at player development. And I got another story. All our Canes fans who are viewing this will like this, because we made a trade for Keandre Miller. The Hurricanes made a trade for Keandre Miller, defenseman formerly with the Rangers, now with the Hurricanes. Miller did not have a good year last year. He was always a very extremely talented defenseman. Last year it was not a good year, but no one in the Rangers had a good year last year. And so the Rangers were actually happy to be rid of him. And the Hurricanes gave up a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a defenseman named Scott Morrow. Now, Scott Morrow, the Hurricanes drafted in the second round a few years back. He played well in college. He played well in the AHL. We called him up. He played. He made his NHL debut last year for the Hurricanes. Was decent. Had some offensive flashes, some defensive miscues. He's definitely more the offensive-minded defenseman. We played him in the playoffs due to injury, and Florida ate him alive. They skinned him up. They just absolutely undressed him and pantsed him in front of God and everybody. He was terrible. When it mattered the most, he was terrible. And so we traded him. And I remember seeing all this drama with New York fans saying, oh, we got rid of Miller, got all these picks, and got a great prospect, Scott Morrow. He'll be so good. He's going to outscore Keandre Miller this year.
Nope.
No. Miller
So
hasn't been perfect. He's had some adventures, but I'd say 4 out of 5 games that Miller plays, he's really, really good. And like 1 game out of 5 games, he has a stinker where he definitely could be better.
Well, let me share something with you. Are you familiar with Sam Reinhart's brother, Griffin?
The name, I think so. He's not playing, is he? Or he's not playing a lot.
Well, I know that the Oilers traded the farm for him. And it turned, let's just say, in the Reinhart family, talent wasn't equally distributed.
That happens a lot, believe it or not. Seth Jarvis has an older brother who is who is not. He's like, I think he's Seth Jarvis's skill coach. He actually pays him to be his skill coach, but he is not. He's not playing professional hockey. And Andrei Svechnikov on the Hurricanes, his older brother Evgeny. It's often, believe it or not, it's often the older brother who's worse. I've noticed that Quinn Hughes is the exception here.
Well, apparently Celebrini has a younger brother coming up.
I will see. Maybe the Hurricanes can nab him at some point, and he'll be better.
And if he's better than the current Celebrini, look out!
Oh dear, yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be fun to see. Yeah, I mean, you might have maybe not. Macklin Celebrini reminds me a lot of Crosby. He's very, very he reminds me a lot of young Crosby. But back to this. So the Rangers, we shipped Scott Morrow off to them. When he has played in the NHL, he has not been good, and mostly he's just been sat in the AHL. The Rangers do not know how to develop players, so that is why. Yes, Perrault, he is. If any the only guy that they've done well in the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years, has been Will Cooley. I like him as a player. Everyone else, the Rangers do not know how to draft.
What Cooley?
That's not. Is it Will Cooley?
Okay. For a second, I thought you said Logan Cooley.
No. But Will Cooley. Will Cooley. I do like.
Cooley,
Logan Cooley. Yeah, for Utah. But no, the Rangers are terrible at drafting. They're terrible at drafting. They're terrible at developing. They acquire talent mostly through free agency and trades. So they just and that's a way to go as an organization, but just prospect development and scouting, they are terrible. They're terrible at that.
Oh.
So that's why Perrault is a bust as of right now. If I was his agent, if I was him or his agent, I'd be saying, get me out of here.
Yeah. Because I mean, I think there's still a chance to save him if they're
not on the Rangers, not in that organization.
Well, apparently, some people are saying that Adam Fox might ask for a trade.
That would be funny. That would actually be the most hilarious thing because he refused to play for Carolina. He refused to be on the Carolina Hurricanes and refused to. He snubbed us both. He snubbed us both to go play for the Rags, and. Yeah. Okay. Ask for a trade. That'll be just. Mwah.
I mean, yeah, he lives in New York.
I will like tasting the salty tears of all New York fans after that. That will be tasty.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a whiny one. He wouldn't sign with Calgary, wouldn't sign with Carolina. The idea of.
If I can get on my soapbox here, it's like. You were drafted to play in a professional sport for a living. You like the idea, I'm sorry. I'm going to be that guy. Get over yourself. Like any player who would say that they want to control who they get drafted by, or, that's really I have no patience for that. You get to play a game for a living, grow the hell up. I'm sorry. That just really irks me. That a kid is gonna dictate to the league and to every general manager where they get to play. An undrafted player is gonna get out of here with that. A drafted player is gonna dictate where they get to play. No patience for that. None.
Yeah, he is definitely a spoiled rich kid
for sure.
from New York. Like I think he's from New York originally. And,
Yeah, yes, that's he's I mean, hey, look, you know, it is I mean, if one of my children grows up and somehow manages to play professional sports or professional hockey and they get drafted by a team that's not the Hurricanes, I won't stop being a Canes fan, but I'm never gonna say no. You cannot do that, or you can only play for the team that I'm a fan of, or the team that you're a fan of. I mean, if my son is lucky enough to ever grow up and play professional hockey, my goodness, I'll be over the moon happy for him, and I don't care where he plays.
Yeah, you don't care if you like he ends up playing for like the Seattle.
Even
Kraken,
a team I hate, like the Florida. Even if he was drafted by the Florida Panthers, I would be over the moon happy for him.
Yeah, you'd probably buy the package to see all the Florida games, right?
Well, I definitely, when they invite me to see him make his debut, I'm going. Absolutely. Like I'm not an idiot, and I'm not going to be that petty.
You hear what
if they're playing the Canes, I'll probably still root for the Canes, but I'll also root for him.
You hear when what happened when Adam Fox played his first game against Calgary?
They boo him. They should.
Oh, of course they booed him, but like of course every time they touch the putt, they just let him have it.
Yeah.
Then this is
it's like we did with
perfect.
Rantanen a couple games ago.
Oh well, yeah, makes sense. But then he scores a goal, and like as soon as he's skating down center ice, going like this, he's being super cocky, and then nothing to do with Adam Fox. The goal was disallowed. Because nothing to do with
like
Fox.
offsides or something, or
yeah, the team had entered the zone offside like 30 seconds before the goal, and then
that's so funny.
And then
goodness,
the place just erupted with cheers once the goal was disallowed.
That is so funny. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so hilarious. Oh wow. Yeah, that's great. Unfortunately, Mikko Rantanen did score. We won the game, and we burned him defensively a few times, but he did score a goal against us in that game too. So, and whatever. Anyway, I think that's basically that should about wrap it up. Just want to give some closing thoughts.
Well, you want to say anything about prospects because you've been following the McKenna Stenberg thing.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna, I was just looking at here, just at some, some different mock drafts, getting different ideas. Currently, if I was going to put just a top 5 together, I would have Stenberg, Ivar Stenberg, be number 1. Tynan Lawrence be number 2. I would have McKenna at 3rd. I'm probably keeping Verhoff at 4th. And then after that, it gets kind of tricky. I'll have to do a more deep dive into here, but I would probably say maybe Ethan Belkets could probably be 5th.
What about the guy that was with the States, their top player? That it starts with an R.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. I did not watch the World Juniors.
Oh, okay.
Because the Hurricanes had no prospects on. Hurricanes had no one to go there, so I didn't really pay a ton of attention.
Well, the States had a pretty good guy at forward. I can't remember his name. It's a short name.
Might have been drafted already, though.
Not Cole. Already? No, I don't think he. Hold on.
Cole Iserman, I know was.
No, not him. Not him. Team USA World Juniors. Okay, let's watch it. As soon as I see the name, I'll recognize it. Will Horkoff, the son of Sean Horkoff.
Will Horkoff, he's good. He's been drafted, but he's good.
Riker Lee.
Oh, Riker Lee. Yeah, he's been drafted as well. Yeah, he's solid.
Been drafted?
He's been drafted. Okay. Yeah, I forget by who, but I know he was drafted last. I think it was last.
And on the blue line, Chase Reed. I think he's undrafted.
Has he been drafted as well?
No,
I think he's eligible this year. Yep, he's eligible this year to be drafted.
So Chase Reed at 5, or is he not that high?
Yeah, I mean, well, see, Verhoff is the only one I have in the top 5 on. I'm very, very biased towards taking forwards earlier in the first rounds. I think you have to be a very, very special defenseman to go high. Schaefer was one. Yeah, like Schaefer. there are very few defensemen that I think justify being taken really in the top 10. Schaefer was one of the few that did. Other than that, Verhoff is quite good. He
Who
can
was
be
your guy
he
for
can be a
5?
top pair defenseman. Belkets, Ethan Belkets. He is a left winger. He plays for Windsor Spitfires. He's a
Interesting.
massive. He's a massive 6'5" winger. He'll
Well, speaking of 6'5", guess who was for Team USA at the World Juniors? Will Horkoff, Sean Horkoff's kid. He
Yeah.
is 6'5", and
He's
his
massive.
father, Sean Horkoff, is 6'0". How did that happen? Unless he got married to a WNBA. I think they're all.
I don't know.
So,
yeah, well,
I shouldn't have said
it's all right. You're in good company here with me. I would say that McKenna right now is third on my list.
behind.
I have
Stenberg and Lawrence.
I have Stenberg and Lawrence ahead of him.
I'm not familiar with Lawrence, but I think I would go with Stenberg. Of course, keep in mind McKenna is really good too. But
He's still good. Yeah, I mean, definitely.
he did well at the World
He should
Juniors.
not be out of the top. He should not be out of the top 5. He should definitely be a top 5 pick, and he's got, again, world class talent. He is got a lot of kinks defensively, and he's been bodied a lot by bigger, older competition at the NCAA.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't like this one habit of his. He likes to make these long passes, and
Again, yeah,
and
that's
like
he can get away with that in juniors and the NCAA.
well, he's not getting away with it all the time though. Now it's not going to burn them because he normally does it on the power play, so it's probably not going to burn them that much. But I mean, if that's what he's trying to improve, that's really hard to do at an NHL level.
Yeah, it's not going to work there. Like, that's the thing, is that he can develop, and if he develops properly, he can work these things out and be an outstanding player, generational silly. He's got the talent, he's got the shot, he's got the hands, he's got the vision.
So you think he could be as good as Connor Bedard or Celebrini?
Yeah, not celebrating. He is somewhat similar to Bedard, where Bedard had some issues, but he worked on them, and he's resolved them, I'd say, to a large extent.
Apparently, he spent all summer working on it.
Yeah, and McKenna can do the same. But as of right now, I think if we were redoing the Bedard draft, I don't know if he'd go number 1 overall either.
That's 2023 draft, right?
2023, yeah. And let me just look that up again.
Yeah, let's look that up. I think I would still. Well, here let's look. Oh, Carlson is second.
Leo Carlson and Adam Fantilli. Leo Carlson is great. Adam Fantilli's great.
Will Smith
yeah, I guess
was number 4.
Bedard has justified it now. I'd say last year though he didn't.
Like his first year he won the Calder. He got 67 points. So pretty good. A person who should have won the Calder was Celebrini. They gave it to Lane Hudson, but he got 3 more points than Celebrini, but he played 12 more games than him.
Lane Hudson is an adventure, and
he's still young. There's still time to improve.
He's also small.
Connor Bedard, right?
He's also really, really small for an NHL defenseman. He's not prohibitively small, but he is small, and it's going to be a problem his entire career. He's good enough that he can still be in the lineup, but yeah. For example, I don't think there'll ever be an option where I would want Lane Hudson on Team USA. Let's put it that way. I think there'll always be better options than him. He can be on an NHL team and play a significant role, not on Team USA.
How tall is Slavin?
6'4".
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah, and he's got easy enough reach to counter everybody. There's no burning Slavin wide. He's too good a skater. He's got too good a stick.
Yeah, that American blue line, that is,
That's our strength. That's going to need to bring us home the gold there. It's going to be on them.
Okay, I got a question.
All right.
Who is the best defensive forward for Team USA? I'll bring up their forwards again.
Maybe Larkin. Larkin is
or
really,
Trocheck,
really
maybe.
no. Trocheck is again. I don't want to say scraping the bottom of the barrel, but put it this way. So Canada has like top eight number one NHL centers. Vincent Trocheck is a number 2 NHL center.
Wow.
So yeah, not a bad player at all. Like,
well,
I love him. I'd like to actually have him back in the Canes. Cirelli is so they have 8 number 1 NHL centers and a number 2 center in Cirelli. And honestly, Cirelli, he's like 2.5. He's like between 2 and 3. So yeah, and Trocheck is a solidly a number 2 center in the NHL. He is not a number 1. I'd love to have him back in the Canes, frankly. And again, I'm really happy that he made the team. Happy for him personally. But yeah, the fact that we cannot have 4 number 1 centers, number 1 NHL centers on the team is concerning.
Well, I think Canada is pretty good at developing centers. I wish they were just as good at developing goalies.
Well, Logan Thompson, I guess, he's your guy now.
Well,
he could turn that position into at least, if not a strength, at least not a weakness.
Like, if you go back to the time of the 2002 Olympics, pretty much every single goalie in the league was Canadian.
We're all Canadian. Yep.
Canada dominated the States had Richter, Van Beesbroek, and I think Hebert. And then
DiPietro.
That was 2006. They had
that was 2006, and he was never going to be the guy.
In 2006, Canada and the States both did terribly. Canada took a team that was too old. States took a team that was too young.
Yeah.
That's why. Like, Canada had a bunch of old fogies. It's like, hey, it worked in 2002. Let's take these same people. Well, I can't really do that anymore. And then the States, all their good people from 2002 were, I think, a bit older than the Canadians. So they had all retired or were playing very late in their career and couldn't make the team. And then they tried going with a bunch of young guys. And some of them would be good players later on. But, like, at that time, no. Like, I think their second goalie was Esch. They had Esch and DiPietro. Like, what happened to Rick DiPietro?
Now, I'll say Jack Eichel is also just, he's one of the best centers in the NHL, and I'm grateful that we have him. He's fantastic. Obviously, when healthy, he's fantastic. Not quite, he's not McDavid, he's not McKinnon, but I'd say he's actually probably the best center after that. I'd say
really? You think he's better than Celebrini?
As of right now, yes.
Really?
And Celebrini would probably be better in the long run. He'll probably have a better, overall. Because, but as of right now, just in terms of experience, and I would take Eichel over Celebrini at the moment.
You take a look at Celebrini. He, because he's the star of that team. He's
For
like
sure.
The whole city loves him. Like, he gets to meet all these celebrities. Like, I think there's a clip of him where he got to meet Emma Roberts. And I'm like, you're 19. How do you handle this? Like, frick, I couldn't.
Hope he does. He's going to have a long career, and he's going to be. He's taking San Jose back. San Jose is going to they're going to make the playoffs, and they could even do some damage there. I think because the West, I think, is a little bit, shaky as a whole. Of course, they got Colorado and Dallas. After that, though, the West is wide open.
Well. And the thing is, there were some. The thing is, the Sharks were so bad last year. Like, I think for a while, like in the first 5 games, I think Austin Matthews had more goals than the entire Sharks team in like the first 5 games of the year. Like, that's how bad it was. But now they're like
they're figuring it out. They're figuring it out too. Yeah, they are scrappy, and I remember we beat them the first time in San Jose when we played them, but then when they came to Carolina, they took it to us. They took it to
Wow.
us absolutely, and they shelled us in that game. Like you cannot sleep on San Jose. And I think I got to run. But Al, I thank you so much for having me on. I love doing this, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. And you know what? If right now I could say, hey, if it's Canada and USA in the final going to overtime, I think I'd take it. I'd say overall Canada is definitely the favorite to win the gold. Especially, I think Logan Thompson definitely changes things. If USA is going to get it done, it's going to be because of their defensemen.
Very good defenseman, like out of this world defenseman. Like again, assuming Hannafin gets no ice time, I give that 10 out of 10. I probably like assuming the forwards are healthy, I'd give them probably an 8 out of 10.
Yeah,
because there's some people in here like Trocheck, and again I think
okay,
he
so
made a good
let's
case
do that.
for it.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, 10 out of 10 for defense because Noah Hannafin shouldn't play. Forwards, 8. Yeah, I'd say 8 out of 10 fair. Maybe 7.5 due to their depth being a
Well,
little bit
it
weak.
depends how healthy they are too, because a lot of these
Yeah.
people are either injured or just coming off injuries. So that's
And then
always a
goaltending,
factor.
I'd have to say 7, maybe 6.5, 7 there in terms of goaltending. It's not as good as it was last year. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I was more confident last year than I am this year. And then for Canada forwards, obviously 10-10, no notes.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you just have so much gas, so much firepower. Defense, a little. I mean, they went with basically the same thing, which is I'd say they probably get a 7 for defense. And then I think their goaltending though is improved. I'd give their goaltending an 8.
Well, as long as they play the right goalie.
That's true. If they play the
It
right
could
goal.
be an 8
Not well,
or a 5.
or it could be a 4. Yeah, like a 4.
Yeah. Then again, you never know. Jordan Binnington impressed me last year, so he might pull a rabbit out of his arse or something. But who knows? But either way, it's going to be a good Olympics as long as they get the rink built properly.
Yeah,
man.
yes, please, Lord, if nothing else. Just have them have a
Yeah.
rink and God willing, all the players come back healthy.
God willing, or else it's going to be 2014 again. The number 2 scorer in the league, John Tavares, got injured, and
We'll see.
that's. I think. I think Canada would have won the 2018 Olympics, and there's a good chance I think the States would have won 2022, because at that point they had so many like solid players then. And Canada's players were starting to get older, and they kind of went like a transition from a new generation to another. Like I think based on the way drafts have gone and prospects are going, I think again there's a truckload of assumptions going into this. I think the States has a better chance now than they do 4 years from now. I think they'll still have a good team in 4 years. States always has a good team, but I think now is their best.
I think
chance.
you're right. I think you're probably right. Yeah.
So, but
All right.
hey,
Al,
I just hope it's a good Olympics.
fair enough.
And they
fair
have
enough.
a rink to play on because
Watchful and fun, and competent rink. Thanks for having me, Al.
All right, God bless. Bye.
God bless as well.